And we're back with another movie review, and this is the one that we were hoping for. This is the DC film that was supposed to change everything and set everything up for the new James Gunn DC universe. This is The Flash. Now, I know it's kind of weird and ironic that I'm wearing a Marvel shirt, and I guess I gotta do some explaining with this because I'm a Marvel fan. My first love is Marvel. If I had to choose between the two, DC and Marvel would be the one. And that's mainly for the movie stuff. You know, the MCU, I think, is one of the greatest stories told in cinema history. And I feel like DC really hasn't found its footing. We've had a few hits here and there. You have the Christopher Nolan Batman stuff, and you have the Joker, and a couple other stuff. I mean, I like the Suicide Squad stuff, you know. That's just me. I'm a weirdo. I think that even DC fans can say that they haven't had the best track record when it comes to theatrical releases. But now with James Gunn at the helm and trying to create a whole new DC universe, maybe things are looking up. And The Flash is one of those leftover films that James Gunn inherited, and DC marketed this film as the turning point of the new DCU. You know, things are going to change after this. This event, this flashpoint event, is going to change the universe and, you know, set us up for the James Gunn universe. And I have to say, after watching this and with those expectations coming in, that didn't happen. At least I don't think so, because what we got was, while it was interesting and I got some fun out of it, I don't think it did what it was supposed to do. But before I get into the review, guys, if you like this kind of stuff and you want to hear a person talk about movies that, you know, it's just like you know, just one of your friends talking about movies, you know, we just to hang out, say what we liked and didn't like about it, not to get all technical and weird and stuff like that. But if you like that stuff, probably this isn't for you. But if it is something that you like, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, because we're almost to 2,000 subscribers and it's freaking been an amazing ride. But let's talk about The Flash. The Flash. I mean, I don't think we can start talking about this film without addressing the elephant in the room. That is Ezra Miller. Now, they are going through some stuff here, and I think that they have recently said that they're seeking help, and, you know, they're going through some stuff. So let's hope that they, you know, go through with that. But Ezra Miller has done some crazy stuff over the couple of years leading up to The Flash. The Flash has been delayed numerous times. There's been reshoots. You know, they have to accommodate now that there's going to be a new universe. The plans that they had previously for the first initial draft of the Flash film has totally changed. And you could tell in this film. You could tell that they've done some reshoots, and stuff that they probably planned has been cut, because it's a mess at times. But I keep on talking about setup. You know, this is a setup, supposed to be a reshuffling of the DCU. That's what they marketed this movie as, and what we got wasn't that, at least in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying that the movie is bad because of that. I actually enjoyed the movie quite a bit. There was some really funny stuff that happened in the film. Some stuff that I think that was unintentionally funny, but I love when that happened in film. And I feel like this is kind of like a Spider-Man No Way Home situation in the amount of cameos and Easter eggs that we got from the whole entire DCEU. It's kind of funny, and as somebody who doesn't watch every DC movie, even I was just like, whoa, that was pretty cool. That's a pretty cool callback there. But I think the one thing that people got drawn to, and the reason why they wanted to watch this movie, is because Michael Keaton is back as Batman. All those Tim Burton films, probably arguably one of the best Batman films to date, he's here. You know, Batman is back, and his story throughout this film is probably one of my favorites. His story and Supergirl's story, which we'll get into later. But the way that they did this whole Michael Keaton's Batman, it made me feel like I wanted more time with this character. And we don't get a lot of time with him. We get to see him later on towards the film, and his time just feels a little brief. But Michael Keaton does a great job. It's like he never left, you know, he's back. He's Batman.
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
As for Supergirl, I really enjoyed Supergirl for many reasons.
My name is Kara. I will help you.
You feel strong?
There
Damn, girl, you look good. What you doing later? Can I get you one?
But I think that her portrayal is very different from Henry Cavill's portrayal of Superman, because her Superman, or her Superwoman, girl, whatever you want to call it, has a different path. And there's a lot of different and entwining paths and storylines in this film, because we're dealing with time travel, and sometimes you can get lost in that kind of stuff, which they kind of do in this film, but it's time travel, so it's always going to be messy. But Supergirl's story in this film is totally different than the story that we're used to with Superman, how she came to Earth, her relationship with Zod, and her cousin, Kal-El. I thought it was cool. I thought it was really cool. I did think that at some points I was just like, are you a Kryptonian? Because some of the stuff that's happening to you, I'm like, don't think that that's possible. But hey, you know, I don't know all these terms and all these comic book, you know, the stat levels of all these characters. I don't know that stuff. I'm just a moviegoer. But Supergirl, Batman, those are great. I love those characters. Now, let's talk about The Flash. Ezra Miller. How did they do? The Flash is annoying. You know, Ezra Miller is an annoying person. And I think the problem that I have with Ezra Miller as the Flash is that they are Ezra Miller. You can't escape their controversy. It's pretty troubling. It's pretty troubling, because every time I looked at their face, I was like, but you did do that one thing. You did do that one thing. I don't know if I should be liking this. But even with that aside, I did find some enjoyment and some laughter out of this film, the interactions that they have. You know, there's two Barry Allens in this film. So you kind of have one version of Barry Allen that's like over the top and very excited and, you know, wants to do all these cool things. And then you have the Barry Allen that we know, our universe's Barry Allen, who's like, you know, has gone through some stuff. You know, he's fought with the Justice League. He's seen people die. He's seen really bad things. And they try to, you know, throw a lot of you in this film. And I don't think it all comes together. You know, it's kind of a mess, like I said before. But there's parts here and there that I can cherry pick that I was like, okay, I kind of like that interaction. I kind of like that storytelling. But then there's parts where it's just like, why am I here? One of the biggest issues that I have with this film is the VFX. Special effects, CGI. Oh boy. I mean, I've seen a couple of DC movies in my lifetime. The last one that I saw was the Suicide Squad. I don't know if that counts, but I guess the one prior to that, if we're talking about like big Trinity, you know, the Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman stuff, I saw was Wonder Woman 1984. And the visual effects in that one were bad. And in this one, The Flash, are even worse. And you can totally tell that there has been reshoots in this film. When Parent Trap with Lindsay Lohan can do the whole same person on the screen pretending to be another person really well, and it makes you think that there's actually two Lindsay Lohans there, and you know, if that's good, why can't we do that in 2023? Because when I see Ezra Miller talking to himself, there's points where I think that I'm watching an AI abomination. This is what they must be talking about when AI is going to be taken over, and we should be scared, because if this is what we're going to get, I'm scared too. But the one thing that kind of left me disappointed with this film overall was the hype, you know, the anticipation that we were supposed to be getting, because this is supposed to be resetting the DC universe, and we get some kind of inter-universe, multiverse things happening, but it wasn't what I was expecting. And there's a thing that happens at the third act where I did not see coming at all, and it kind of made up for my disappointment of this not being a reset for the DCU, because I saw this and I was like, they did not just do that. They did it. And I was laughing throughout the whole time. But yeah, guys, this one is interesting for me. I didn't entirely love this film. I didn't entirely hate it. It's kind of in the middle for me. But in terms of like DC films, for me personally, as a person that's not really into the DCU, that haven't really watched a lot of DCU movies, they haven't really, you know, intrigued me that much. This one is pretty good. It's probably one of the better ones that I've seen. Supergirl is amazing, you know, we like to see that. And Batman coming back, you know, Michael Keaton as Batman, that is great. The Flash, Ezra Miller, they're okay. If you are a fan of the DCU, I think this movie is going to be for you. You're really going to like it. I think it's going to be your, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home of the DCU. I know it's a weird comparison, you know, I know some people will probably be mad about that, but I really feel that way with this movie. It's just the amount of cameos that they have and the amount of stuff that they're throwing at you and the possible consequences that this movie has for the overall DCU or new DCU. But as always, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Did you like this movie? Did you hate this movie? How are your thoughts on Ezra Miller? Do you think that you should just, you know, boycott this movie because of what they have done? Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about that. If this is something that's going to deter you from watching it, or do you not care? Just, you know, let me know. But as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Like I said, we're almost at 2,000 subscribers, which is pretty crazy. I didn't know that was going to be happening anytime soon. So thank you for that. I'm much appreciated. But as always, guys, keep watching movies.